other Cougar, Marcus Sasser, shot great this week in Chicago Combine and one-on-ones and agent workouts and those things. I think John Hollander has him in his top 20 for a draft, on his big board. 18, I think I did it from Tuesday or last Saturday. That's about the highest I've seen Marcus. I've seen Marcus anywhere from like 18 to
like 18
32.
to like late 30s, mid 30s. Yeah. Like it feels like he could go, either way. It's tough, and you see the same argument being used against Scoot Henderson. Is the NBA is trending towards the jumbo-sized point guards these days, right? The jumbo-sized players, and it's tough to envision, Marcus Sasser as like a long-term future starting point guard prospect for a team at 6'1". He brings a lot to the table, and it's not that there's not still a role for him in today's NBA. I just don't know if at pick 20, I feel like there's going to be better, more enticing prospects on the board. And keep in mind, the Rockets also still have Ty Washington waiting in the wings, who did not get anywhere near as much run as I thought he should have gotten this past season. And to draft yet another point guard prospect, and then to maybe also bring James Harden home, and then to also maybe take Amin Todd, the Rockets are going to have, go from no point guards on the roster to trying to squeeze minutes for 5 different point guards on the roster.
Grimes. I might have been right after the draft, whatever. It was around that time. It was in June. And we were like, it only takes one because Grimes was not really, majority of folks had him early second round. And then we heard Coach Sampson say, well, I know one team really likes Quentin Grimes. That's what it was. He didn't say who it was until after the pick.
He's exactly like he is such a Thibs player. Like I feel like we should have been able to see that from a mile away. Like from the Sampson tree to the Thibs tree. It just makes such perfect sense.
So after the fact, it was like I thought just what you said right there. It's like, well, duh, that makes perfect sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So I wonder if someone will think of Marcus Sasser that way late in the first round. Because they say he's a Coach Sampson kid, man, and he can shoot. He's got that toughness. He can play defense. We'll make it work, kind of thing. Who knows? So that's possible as well. I could just see Marcus Sasser coming off the bench consistently and being a rotation player for a long time.
I think Sasser's going to have an immediate day one impact wherever he goes. He's going to make good decisions out of the gate. He takes care of the basketball. He can shoot. He plays hard-nosed defense. He is exactly the type of guy that you would love to get, again, with a flyer early in the second round, late first round pick, could help a bunch of teams right away. That's just for the Rockets and kind of where they're at, right? Sasser would make sense on like a playoff team, right now. Yeah. He could go to a playoff team and get 10 to 15 minutes a night, 10 to 20 minutes a night, backup point guard off the bench, and you'd feel confident in what he was doing. There, some hiccups here and there, but that's also the benefit of getting an older player, somebody who's a bit more ready-made rather than drafting these 18, 19-year-olds who are unproven, who really don't know who they are as players yet.
And I think Kris Murray might benefit from that, being an older player, and plus his brother's success as well. He might benefit second round and just say, Kris, this team, playoff team, you don't have to do much, but we call upon you. We trust you. You got it, coach. That kind of player, I think he could thrive in a role like that for a winning, successful team, a team that doesn't need him to play, all the time, 20 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So.
And I really do think there is something to be said, right, for less burden, less expectations being placed on these young guys if they're able to be brought along a little bit more slowly rather than just thrown into the deep end of, hey, you're a top 5 pick, go out there and start, and you're getting 30 plus minutes a night. It's like that can be a bit like deer in headlights. You hit the rookie wall at some point, right? You're going to have your ups and your downs. You're exposed to, way more reps right out of the gate. But when you're in a position like that, like Sasser will likely be with whatever team gets him, being able to be brought along a bit more slowly like that, having, a clearly defined role where it's just, hey, you're getting these minutes every night, make the most of these minutes when you're on the court. I think that kind of help can have a different way, or is a different way to grow players, but has its merit as well.
This is an interesting comparison. Marcus will be Desmond Bane right out of the gate. And then Mr. Cougar even better than Desmond. Pump your brakes, folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, where are we? I'm confused. Like, where are we getting? Because are we talking just like from the shooting perspective? Are we talking their impact? Because they play different positions is the first thing that I'm like kind of.
Because Desmond's not a point guard.
Yeah.
Marcus, he's going to have to play point guard, run the offense, or be paired with a taller point guard.
Yeah,
And,
he
that kind of thing.
almost from like the Patrick Beverly school, right? Where like Pat Bev's not the point guard that you want setting the table for your offense. Jose Alvarado, same type of, like, you don't want, like, those are not guys that you give the rock to and say, hey, go orchestrate the offense, right? Go run some beautiful sets. No, they're out there to be, pests on the defensive end, to make an impact there, to hustle, to make some winning plays. And offensively, they do that. They take care of the ball. They do their job right. They hit spot up shots, right? They make the right reads on the floor, but you need to pair those types of guys with a dynamic creator elsewhere on the floor, whether it's your 2, your 3, your 4, or your 5.
Yep. And Terry from New Zealand. Marcus is in this year's draft, of course. Where was it? Marcus is better. See, his Cougar glasses are shining through now. Marcus is better than Keontae George.
Yeah, that's definitely some red. Those are some red tinted shades going on there.
Yeah, I mean, Keontae George, that's an upside. Who's got a higher ceiling? Keontae George, not Marcus Sasser. And I'm okay with that. That's one reason a good number of NBA teams draft for ceiling rather than immediate need, veteran, older player who can contribute right now. So just keep that in mind as well.